Daily FX Breakdown Episode 2. Following on from the previous volume, we are now looking at the development of the setups that we were mentioning, we were going through in the previous episode. As you can see on the GBP USD, I have entered this position. I'm now currently in this position, and the reason why I've taken this trade is if we go down to the 15 minutes, you'll be able to better see the reasoning behind this. So as I was mentioning previously, we had a break of structure that clearly showed the fact that we have an intention to push prices higher, created an imbalance that was likely to be filled, so we did. Therefore, we can sign it just like that and call it imbalance mitigated, so that's fine. We then saw some equal lows, and let me remove that around there, equal lows. In my opinion, I would have preferred to have seen something like that, so equal lows being created up here before pushing lower into the order block. So that formation made me think that perhaps we were not really reacting off of that order block that I did sign over there, but rather that one below, and therefore we tapped into the 50, we might be seeing somewhat of a reaction. I did suffer a bit of drawdown. We're now back into the break-even level, which is absolutely fine. I'm now going to wait for this type of trend line to be tested, perhaps to see whether price will react off of it to the upside and push through it and move higher, or instead continuation lower and potentially take me out. If that was the case, that would be absolutely fine, because I'm now also looking at different areas of interest. So like I was saying in the previous volume, that is not the only area of interest for myself. We're still within the 50% and above of that huge range of price action, so we're still in the premium range. Therefore, usually when we look to buy, we would usually buy at a discount. If you think about it, if you go to a shop and you're looking for a service or a good, if there is a discount of a 50% or plus, you're much more likely to buy it as of the current market price, which could be a lot higher. So I'm looking at that hourly demand, the 4 hourly demand, and that one down there. It's a lot harder to get down there. If we get all the way down to the 137,400, then maybe the trend might have reversed. In fact, if we go up to the 4 hourly and break this upward trend line to the downside, then such continuation down here could mean we are revisiting the 136 once again. However, now, like I've said, I'm in this position. We will be monitoring this in the future volumes, and hopefully we'll be able to take some good lessons from there. Euro USD, on the other hand, is pushing a little bit higher, and I would have preferred somewhat of a retracement lower into my area of interest, with the limit not being triggered thus far. That's absolutely fine, because I'm now seeing the fact that I am getting these equal lows, and therefore potentially we might be pushing down there from tomorrow or the next few days of this week, before preferably moving higher. When it comes to NZD USD, 15 minutes. This morning I was also monitoring this pair for the exact same reason of GBP USD. It was very, very similar to the latter pair. So we had a break of structure and then a retracement, equal lows and highs created. I was expecting a push into the order block. Okay, we didn't quite get there, so we've got a break of structure and then equal lows, liquidity, and equal highs, which is over there. I was then looking at the break to the downside, which is my sort of entry confirmation, or what I'd like to see before placing an order. I did place the order, but we went just a few pips below, so 4 pips, above, and we're now retracing, so we might get somewhat of a double bottom and then a retracement lower before we go for the real move. When it comes then to the DXY, we did mention yesterday that we might have reacted off of that zone. We actually pushed a little bit higher into the wick that was formed there in order to clear off of that price action. We reacted at the 92 spot 300 level, and we're now pushing lower. If the DXY continues lower towards perhaps that level there, and ideally break that zone retest and continue lower down here as I would like, that would also potentially convert to or translate onto a GBP USD moving to the upside and therefore being favorable for this open position. I hope you've enjoyed this short session. I'll see you tomorrow for volume 3.